welcome to my corner.
Welcome to my corner. Let's have a talk now. From Miami to California. Check your girl out. I'm gonna give it to you straight up. That's right. That's right. Keeping it real, no games inside. Let's go. Welcome to my corner, y'all.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the corner. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to say that I missed y'all, but I dropped content, so technically I haven't been gone that long, but I kind of have. And today we're going to talk about where I've been at and what I've been doing, and it's going to be a purpose talk. Just give me a second. So let's get right into it. Okay, so for the past like 3 or 4 months, I've been telling y'all like I'm gonna be back, I'm gonna do these different things, and I've been on Instagram and I've been on TikTok and I've been in these different places. And you know, people are like, well, what about the corner? Well, let me tell y'all why I haven't been in the corner. Okay, first, I'm not pregnant, like, cause I know people be like, oh, she's pregnant. Nah, baby, I'm slimming down. I'm not pregnant. The reason why I have not been in the corner is because I am now a business owner. Yeah, round of applause to me. For the past 4 months, I have been working with my business partner to create shirts for you guys. This is one of the first shirts. Find purpose, find me. It's a crop top, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be available July 15th at IamLivingBlessed.com. Shameless plug. Now, if I drop this and it's July 15th, right? Well, go click off this video, go to the website and get you a shirt before they sell out. So, me and my friend went into business together, and I've been creating shirts. Like, literally, that's what I've been doing. Creating shirts, having meetings. We've been working non-stop for the past 4 months to create this one moment. And so I know people were confused because I was in Atlanta at the end of June, and I was doing photo shoots, and I was with my family, and people were like, oh, what's she doing? What's she doing? Then I came to New Orleans and that's what I was doing. I was creating a launch. And let's just be real, y'all. I was terrified. I'm a little scared right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be lying if I didn't say that I was a little scared about navigating through this lane. The reason why is because this lane, I know I can do YouTube in my sleep. Okay, I can do anything with the camera in my sleep. You need me to perform, I can do that. As soon as the camera comes on, I can do this. I was made for a camera. Okay, literally, I've been doing this my whole life. Well, I don't know much about business, okay? And I've been learning. And so I was a little scared to take this opportunity and this risk because I just didn't know. Like, here's the thing. Palmer had already started the business 2 years ago. And when he was creating his line, I was giving him ideas. And I was like, you should just put me on the team. He kind of laughed it off. And then a year later, same thing, he laughed it off. Well, I had created a purpose talk. And when I had created the purpose talk, so many of you guys said, you need to put this on a shirt. And so I went to Palmer and I said, hey, Palmer, I kind of want to create 2 shirts, and I want to sell them on your website because I do not want to do this whole line. I don't want to do it. And he was like, well, let's just do business together. Like, you create your shirts, I'll create my shirts. We'll have a whole entire thing. We'll call it the merge. And I was like, oh, okay. So I got on my computer and I began to design stuff, and I came out with 2 shirts. And then we began to put in different things, and we began to navigate different things, and he's began to teach me things, and I think I'm teaching him things. And most importantly, navigating through this lane is I'm learning about myself. Okay, so here comes the purpose talk. Okay, so a lot of us are literally praying, right, for different things. We're like, yo, Lord, like, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And a lot of us are very talented individuals, okay? Like, there's nobody that can do what you do. We got it, girl, you're talented. Boy, you're blessed, okay? We got it, right? But what I had to learn is just because I'm talented, just because I have the ability to do what it is that God has called me to do, doesn't mean I have the character for it. So I was praying for things, right? And praying for these different lanes, and please understand, with new lanes and elevation comes more responsibility, okay? And so 2 years ago, when I asked to be a part of the business, my character did not say businesswoman at all. I wasn't disciplined. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have the drive. I didn't have the tenacity. I was still navigating this lane. And so in the midst of quarantine, in the midst of me basically joining a business and creating a new business and a new clothing line, I also was getting my character shaped. And let's just be real, it's not pretty. Like, it's not pretty for you to look at the insecurities that you have and the flaws that you have, but it's necessary. There's so many things that are being held up for us because our heart is not in the right position. I'm gonna just be real. Like, you're praying to God and you asking for different things, but your heart is not in the right posture, and that's why you haven't gotten it yet. Like, you cannot pray for these things and not have the character as well as the physical ability to do it. It's not possible. God won't give you that. He just won't. Like, David was a child when he was anointed king, but his character and everything didn't happen until he was he didn't become a king till he was older. Character had to be developed. There are stages to this. And so many of us feel like we should reap now, but it's seed time and harvest. Do you understand? You sow the seed, you water that thing, it takes time, and then you reap. So I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I did. I was a little terrified, I'm not gonna lie. I planted a little bit of a seed, but now it took time, and now I think I'm ready. So now it's time for us to reap this harvest. Now it's time for me to do what it is that I'm supposed to do. And so one thing that I'm gonna tell y'all, and I'm gonna encourage y'all, number one is, do not be afraid to take a chance on yourself, please. So many of us have gifts, talents, and some of us are even in the right position. Our heart is in the right position. But because of this fear, because we're afraid, we're quitting on ourselves before we even start. You can't quit on you. Like, you have to take a chance on yourself. Who cares if everybody's like, well, what if I fail? Well, what if you succeed? Like, what if you succeed at this? Like, there's so many things for you to do, but the thing is, you're free. You're so afraid. You are terrified. You're terrified of this, that, and the third. Well, let me tell you something. As my business partner says, scared money don't make no money. Okay, well, being scared doesn't do anything but just causes you to stay stuck. You're stagnant because you're afraid. So number one, don't be afraid, okay? Don't be afraid to take a chance on yourself. That's what I've been learning. Number two, you have every single thing you need to create. So at my job, Issa Rae came to visit and she spoke to our students. And one of the questions that they asked her was, Issa, how do you start? Like, how do I do this? How do I navigate this? And Issa said, you have everything you need in this room to create. Meaning, you have peers, you have people. There are people that are low-key waiting for you to tap in your gift so they can connect with you so y'all can launch it forward. So here's the thing. My business partner was already doing this, right? But he wasn't going as far as he wanted to go, right? So then I took my gifts and my talent and I linked up with him, right? And I didn't stop there. There was this ram in the bush named Keisha, right? Keisha met me from TC. She literally just DM'd me and was like, oh, you watch Mike? Let's watch Mike together. And I was like, that's a little weird. And so Keisha is literally heaven sent. The girl designs, she creates, she's a social media marketing. She works with big brands. She's in her element, right? Well, Keisha was doing it, but she wasn't really doing it, right? So then I bring Keisha in. So now Keisha is now directing two of us, and Keisha is literally like saving us. Well, Keisha didn't stop there. Keisha brings in another friend who's a videographer and a photographer. All four of us working together to create one thing. You have everything you need to create. The issue is you're not creating. Like, if you just start, I promise to God, he will send everything you need to create the levels and the lanes that you need, but you got to start. You're not successful because of you. The man ain't holding you down. It ain't this. It's low-key you. One, you're lazy. Your heart ain't in the right posture. And three, you're afraid to take a chance on yourself. So I've also been learning about that. And so, y'all, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I'm excited, and honestly, I don't really. Okay, let's be real. Okay, so yes, I'm very. Hey, be clear. I love myself. Okay, can't nobody buck me up better than me. Okay, I don't need nobody to gas me up. I'ma gas myself up. I'm the best thing since sliced bread. Okay, I am alkaline water on a hot summer day. That's just the kind of confidence and faith that I have in myself. But I've never told myself that I was proud of me. I think sometimes we just get so busy doing things that we never take a moment and appreciate how far we've actually come. So that's one of the things that I've also been doing. So, you know, I graduated from high school. I got my high school diploma. I never applauded myself because some people don't finish their high school degrees. I went to college. I got my degree. I graduated magna cum laude. I didn't applaud myself. Some people don't get degrees. I've dropped 60, I'm almost 70 pounds lighter, okay? And I have not applauded myself yet for taking back my life. I literally have now launched a business basically, and I haven't applauded myself. So I have stopped for a moment and applauded myself for doing this and doing it scared. Doing it not knowing what the outcome would be, doing it not knowing. I was never trying to inspire anyone. Like, here's the thing, people keep saying, yo, you're an inspiration. I'm not trying to inspire you. If you get inspired by me, that's great. You're either gonna be inspired or intimidated, but I'm not trying to inspire you. I'm literally just trying to navigate this life and show you that if I can do it, you can do it. Well, I guess that's inspiration. No, actually what I'm really trying to do is just do it for myself. But I think people realize that if she can do it, then they can do it. I literally pray every day that my life be an example of God's goodness. And I didn't know that it was going to be like this, okay? But let me tell y'all something. It ain't as, sometimes it's glamorous, but there's hard work that comes into it. You didn't see how many hours I put into this business. You don't know how many meetings. I mean, when I tell y'all for the past 4 months, Palmer and I have literally been inseparable. We talk every single day. I be tired of him. He be tired of me, but we got business, okay? We're talking every day. I'm coming up with ideas every single day. I'm working on this. In addition to working on my 9-to-5 job. In addition to working out 3 times a day. In addition to creating content. In addition to all of these different things. You don't know how long, you don't know what it took to get here. But you see the results. And so, all I want to tell y'all is, don't be afraid to do the work. Don't be afraid to take a chance on yourself. Applaud yourself. If nobody has told you, I'm going to tell you, you're doing a great job, okay? I know in quarantine, our mental spaces are literally like, it is hard, okay? I'm not going to lie to y'all. It's hard to wake up some days because I'm just like, God, how long do we have to be here? And then some days it's great. You're doing a great job, but there's more that you can do. I'm gonna just tell you, you're doing a great job, but this ain't it for you. There's more. Do not be afraid to take a chance on yourself. Do not be afraid to stop and smell the roses and tell yourself how great you've done or how far you've come along. And lastly, create. You gotta create because there's someone that needs to connect to your creation. Do not be selfish and hide the light within your soul. You are a lighthouse. Your light, your life is supposed to shine in front of the whole entire world. And so many of us are dimming our lights because we're afraid. You gotta take a chance on you. Do it scared, do it broken, do it frustrated, do it. Do it, and if it doesn't work out, do it again. And if it doesn't work out, go back to the drawing board, ask God, where did I make a mistake, and do it again. And do it again and again and again until you get it right. I want to let y'all know that I don't know how this business is going to happen, but I know from what God told me today is do not be afraid of the lanes that I'm putting you in, because as I have given you this lane, the next lane, I will be with you in that lane. As long as you invite God in to the lane, he will navigate you. Do you understand? As long as you invite God into what you're doing, God will show you where to go. But here's the thing. So many of us don't want to invite God in because if we invite him in, that means it requires us to do something he doesn't want. It requires you to take a chip off your shoulder. It requires you to forgive. It requires you to do something you don't want to do. But let me tell you something. All I can tell you is my life is obedience, okay? Obedience is how we got here. Obedience is how I got obedience. So, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I hope you visit the website and buy yourself some merch. There's merch for men. There's merch for women. There will be merch for kids. There is merch for kids. I'm sorry. There's merch. We got bags. We got cups. We got pretty much everything you need. And that's not it. Once this launches, I'll be back probably working again, but I'll probably show y'all this working on fall and winter. Y'all just pray for me as I navigate through this new lane. I just appreciate y'all for being so patient with me. To the people who have encouraged me along this journey, thank y'all so much. I'm back in the corner. I'm gonna give y'all some content, but it might be different from what we're used to. But that's good because sometimes we need to change for, you know, different things. And so I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for supporting me. Go get you a shirt, go get you a crop top, go get you, well, I don't know if our hoodies will be up, but whatever there is, go get it. And then when you go get it, tag me on Instagram so I can see it and I can promote you guys. Thank y'all so much for believing me. Cause half of y'all don't know me, but y'all root for me, and that's a lot. That means a lot. Cause there's people, like, that's the thing. God, strangers are rooting for you, man. Like, if you don't know anything else, please understand there are people rooting for you. You can't let them down. You can't. You gotta do this thing. So I love y'all so much. We'll be back in the corner. We'll be back. I love y'all. Peace.